All right, questions, concerns, hallucinations. What do you guys got?
Danny, what do you do for the expired listings? What do you suggest and how many times you should contact an expired listing?
Great question. If you are in a marketplace where it is good for you to call expired listings or reach out to expired listings, I will continuously call them until I reach them. And once I reach them, I need to have a conversation with them. Like you just keep calling them until you finally talk to them. Once you do finally talk to them, it's just a matter of finding out what's their situation, right? When are they planning to interview realtors for the job of selling their home? Like that's the approach you want to have with an expired listing, is simply ask them, hey, listen, you had your home for sale. For whatever reason, it didn't work out. Not sure why, right? When are you planning to interview realtors? Hey, I'd like to apply for the job, right? That's the approach, right? I know that if you don't have phone numbers to call them, you go in there and knock on their doors. If you're looking for time or strength and you kind of want to put a system together, a powerful way of doing it is just sending them a letter, right? Now, I'm not saying just one letter, right? I would say multiples, right? 2 or 3, maybe even 4 different letters, time them out, every couple of days, sending them out. Hey, you want the opportunity to sit down with the client, share with them what you do to get home sold. And if there is still an interest, see how you can help them. Like that's the goal. It's all about helping people, right? So if you are in the marketplace that you can call them, by all means, give them a call. You should definitely have them as your lead source. All right. Excellent question. Anyone else have any questions, concerns, hallucinations? You can put it in the chat. No, we're all good. All right. So today I want to talk about is, what does your kind of morning routine look like? What does a perfect schedule look like for a top producing agent? Like, what do they do? Like, what are you doing in the morning? Why is it done this way? What are you doing in the afternoons? I want to go over a pretty simple schedule that I would highly recommend everyone follow, right? So let's write it down. So top of your page, what does a high producer's schedule look like, right? Your schedule, your morning routine actually starts the night before. So it always starts the night before. What are you doing the night before? Well, first, you're writing out your to-do list. What are the things that you need to take care of in that next morning? Like, what are the things that's important to you, right? With that, you're also going to outline who are you connecting with that next morning, right? Do you have your list of, let's say, your database, people that you know, friends, family, neighbors? Do you have that ready, somewhere where you can connect with them right away in the morning? Do you have your leads all set up, or the different lead sources that you're working, whether it's circle prospecting, right? The goal is the AM hours should be used to building the business. So in the evening, not only will you be writing down the admin stuff that you want to do, like I got to write an offer for this client, I got to make appointments for that client. Not only are you doing that, which is taking care of the business, we really need to be focusing our AM hours in building the business. So having that set up, ready to go. So that's the night before. Now, the actual to-do list, where it's the admin stuff, what you're doing with that is you're not going to leave it on the counter. You're not going to leave it on your desk or on top of your filing cabinet. You're going to take it and actually put it in a drawer. This is very important. You're putting it out of sight. You've outlined what you have to do, but what we want to do is make sure that we have the right mindset when we walk into the office. So organizing your papers, putting them away, right? Putting away your to-do list is imperative in this case, okay? So what do? You wake up early. We should all exercise. I'm telling you right now, we all should be exercising in the morning. Now, am I saying that you need to go do a P90X workout? No, right? I don't care if you just get up and do stretches, right? Or you go outside and walk around the block. It doesn't matter, right? But we need to get some sort of physical activity going, right? Have a nutritious breakfast and get into the office early. Now, I know some of you, it's like, hey, I got the kids to take care of. I got to do this. I get that. That's going to happen, right? When we get into the office, we get at the office early. what is the very first thing we should do once you're in your office, regardless if it's an office and you're driving to it or whether it is your home office? What's the first thing we need to be doing? And I tell you right now, it's not picking up the phone, okay? It is not picking up the phone. You are not in the right mindset to do so. So the first thing we need to work on is our mindset. So when coming into the office, come into the office early, and we need to be working on our mindset. I call this the pre-prospecting routine. And there are 3 components to the pre-prospecting routine, okay? So write them down. So pre-prospecting routine, number 1 is we want to take, I would say, about 10 minutes, 10 minutes to mentally prepare ourselves. So what are certain things that you can do that will get you into that mental prep, that right frame of mind, right? So some suggestions would be using affirmations, having daily affirmations that you can chant out loud every single day, right? Using affirmations. What else can we do? I would say just listening to some music that really inspires you, that pushes you, right? Anything at all, right? Whatever you like. Having some background music, listening to a song. There's always that song that just pumps you up. You know what I mean? Right? So listen to some music. What else can we do? We can read something motivational, look at our goals, review our goals, right? What's our quarterly goal? What's our yearly goal, right? And what also I'll throw in there is writing out the 8 to 10 things that you're grateful for every single day. So having a journal where you're actually writing out, what are you grateful for in this world? So again, everything you do in those 10 minutes, it's all about mindset. It's working on your mindset to put yourself in a position where, hey, you're one of gratitude, you're excited, you're pumped up, ready to go. Okay. Step number 2, I would put in there is take, anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes to practice your craft, to practice the scripts and dialogues, know what you're going to say. And that's key, right? That's key. Many of you have this kind of phone phobia. I don't want to pick up the phone. I don't want to call people that I know. And really what it comes down to it, you just don't know what to say. But if you have that, if you know exactly what you're going to say, what questions you're going to ask, how you're going to say it, how you're going to pace and lead that conversation, that in itself will help you get on the phones and make the calls. So knowing what to say. So what are you practicing? We're going to practice prospecting scripts. Your database script, maybe circle prospecting, maybe online leads prospecting, whatever that may be, right? You're going to practice your lead follow-up scripts, right? We have the pre-qualifying script. We have your listing presentation, your buyer presentation, your handling objections, your price reduction. There are so many different scripts and dialogues. As an agent, the better you are at using them, understanding the situation to use them, right? This is your craft. This is your craft as a realtor. So we're going to take 15 to 30 minutes. Now, what I would say with that is, if you're role playing with someone else, you're looking at the 30 minutes. If this is just you kind of in front of a mirror, doing it out loud, on your own, then 15 minutes is enough because we're doing this on the daily. We're working on this on the daily, right? And then step number 3, real important. We're looking at your visualizing the perfect outcome. So just write down visualization, the perfect outcome. So you take 5 minutes, close your eyes, and you visualize the perfect outcome. You see yourself dialing the phone, asking the prospecting questions, setting that listing appointment. In your mind's eye, you see yourself going through the qualifying questions and find out the client's motivation, the where, the when, the why, right? You visualize putting together the CMA and the listing package, driving to their home, knocking on their door. You visualize shaking their hand, walking through the house and sitting down at the kitchen table, doing a great listing presentation, have them sign the listing agreement. So you visualize going outside, putting a for sale sign on their lawn, putting a sold rider on the for sale sign, and then you're driving away with like a $15,000 paycheck. Can you guys see that? See how that works? See, and the amazing part about that little exercise, that 5 minutes that you're using, is you're reprogramming this subconscious mind. See, your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between fantasy and reality. So when you tell your brain, hey, if I pick up the phone and make my calls, I get a paycheck, right? And if you do this time and time and time again, we're saying on the daily, every day that's a work day for you, you're doing this, you're reprogramming your brain, right? And the amazing part about it is it believes that was the first call, that was your first call. You just achieved the first call. You've actually prospected without picking up the phone. So then once that is done, the very next thing you should do is what? Pick up the phone. That's right. Grab the phone and call. Now, what sort of standard should you hold for yourself? Like, how many conversations should you have? Who should you be talking to? Right? So I want you to write this down. Write down the 5, 5, 4. Okay. The first 5 represents how many people you should talk to that is within your database. And when I say your database, I'm referring to your past clients. I'm referring to friends, family, neighbors. You know, it's the COI database, past clients, COI database. We should have 5 conversations, milling around, just connecting with people, wondering how they're doing and asking what questions do they have regarding this crazy real estate market. Oh, and by the way, who do they know that may be thinking of buying or selling a home, right? So we're talking to people that we know, and we want to connect with at least 5 people every day. The second 5 is talking to 5 people you don't know, like you've never met them. So this can be from the online lead service that you're getting right now. This can be calling around a brand new listing or a brand new sale. This could be calling an expired or for sale by owner. This could be calling even your affiliates. For example, mortgage brokers or lawyers that you deal with, or escrow companies, anyone of that nature, right? And just connecting with them and seeing how you can help them out. Right? So we want to talk to 5 people that we don't know. And then the last is we want to follow up with 4 potential either sellers or buyers that we've had conversations with. It's just we haven't been able to book that appointment with them. So follow up with potential buyers or sellers that you've had spoken to them in the past, just trying to get them into a meeting with you. Right? So that's the 5, 5, 4. And I would say for everyone here in this call, I don't care how busy you are. I really don't. I don't care if you're selling 400 homes a year. It doesn't matter. This should be a standard for you. And if you're not selling 400 homes, it's more like 40 homes a year, then double that. Because again, it's your standard. It's all based upon your goals. Right? When we do the business plan, it actually says at the very bottom, page 2, at the very, very bottom, how many hours of power you should be doing and how many conversations you should be having. Right? What I find with everybody is everyone's a minimum of 2 hours and at least 10 new conversations. The follow-up is separate, right? So we're talking about what does your morning routine look like, right? Now, this is all in the morning. This is all a simple schedule. Once you've done your calls, it's like put down the headset, like done. I'm done. Yes, done. Okay, you're done. You're done. It's out of the way. So why do we do it in the morning? Because you have the most energy. The general public probably in the best mood of their day, because as the day moves on, they don't get into a good mood. Right? You know, life shits on them, right? So they're not feeling really good towards the end of the day, right? And the likelihood of you staying consistent of making the calls is in the morning, because when do you typically go on appointments? It's the afternoons and evenings. So by getting it out of the way early is key. Right? Now, did I say anything about checking emails, checking your voicemails, playing around on your phone at all? No, that comes after. Once you make those calls, you've connected, you've done your job, it's good. Picked up some new leads, booked an appointment, right? Now, go ahead, check your emails, check your voicemails, do the admin stuff. If you happen to start your calls on 9 a.m. and you're done by 11, golden. That's nothing wrong with that, right? But I would say this, if you can, I know some of you have kids and you're dealing with them in the mornings, the most ideal time to make your calls would be no later than 9 a.m. Okay, I'll be honest with you. If you're starting your calls at 10 or 11 o'clock, that's a bit late, right? You're not going to get as many conversations. It's going to be a bit frustrating. The sooner you can make the calls, and I'm saying 9 a.m. is ideal, right? But for some, you know what? I got kids, I got to work with them. I can't really jump on the calls by 9 a.m. But if you can make it happen, 9 a.m. I would say would be the latest you want to start the calls, right? Now, what do you do in the afternoon? What do you do after this? Everything else and anything else. I don't care if it's 12 noon and you go play golf or you go to the spa. I really don't care. You get this out of the way, it will take care of your afternoon and evening. I'm telling you right now, right? Now, if you want to be productive in the afternoon, I would recommend get out of the office. Get out of the office. Go book, a buyer appointment, a listing appointment. Go show some houses. If you don't have an appointment to go on for whatever reason, there's no appointment. I don't have any appointment booked for this afternoon or evening. Then you know what? Create your own appointment. Go door knock some of your past clients and friends, family, neighbors, and just touch base with them, see how they're doing. Just do some pop-bys. Right? Go set up a lunch meeting or coffee meeting with some of the people that you know already, some of the what we call raving fans, those that have sent you some potential deals, right? And this could be mortgage broker, lawyers, or even just past clients, right? Right? If not, then how about go preview a brand new listing and just go door knock and talk to neighbors about it? See, that's an appointment in my books. Right? So if you do that morning routine, it should take care of the afternoon, evening. But if it just happens to be one of those work days where you don't have anything going on in the afternoon, evening, you can create your own appointment. You know you can, right? Just as simply as knocking on a few doors and talking to some people, right? We're moving the needle in our business. That's what we're doing. All right. Does anyone have any questions, concerns, hallucinations? We're all good? All right, so please unmute yourself. All right, this is my favorite part of the day. You guys ready? You guys ready? Who's ready? You guys ready? All right, what day is today, please?
Money making day.
Oh, it's Tuesday. No love. No love there. There was no love in there, right? All right, do it again. What day is today?
Money making day.
It's the money making day. That's right. So what do you have to do in your business to move the needle? Who do you have to talk to? Go ahead and do it. And I'll talk to all of you next week. Thanks. Sorry, tomorrow. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I will talk to you tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye.
Thanks, Danny.
Let's see what's in the chat here. Oh, I like that. That's cool.